ground game also needs a fix, because there are times where I'll be on the ground and I can't necessarily properly defend myself. Like, please explain to me who gets hit so many times to the point where they put their hands up like, oh, I don't want anymore. Oh, stop hitting me. Who does that? When in UFC, in any sport that requires you to punch or hit somebody, you're going to need to defend yourself. You understand what I'm saying? Like I said, this is the time where, you know, the block meter needs to be utilized in such fashion. So, you know what I mean? So when you're on the ground, there's no reason for you to just because you're trying to transition, he's hitting you, oh, ow, that hurt, and you stand there with your hands down. You know what I'm saying? Or like a guy is able to punch, he's able to punch you and deny your transitions. You know what I'm saying? Like that's really something that needs to be fixed, because like I said, if this stuff doesn't get addressed, it's going to be a big spam fest and a big ass exploit that a lot of people are not going to too much cut for, or they're going to sit here and try to find a way to belittle your opponent because, oh, he don't know how to exploit back. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm not gonna be on here playing this game and then next thing you know, I'm getting hit with the exploit cheese. And then when you call a guy out on it, first thing he's gonna do is says, oh, you suck, and he's gonna try to like rationalize it with something that's completely sideways, like parallel to the idea of what he's trying to do. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to make you like say that that's realistic unless you actually put yourself in that position. But either way, the ground game still needs some more work to be done to it, because I should be able to properly defend myself, or if a guy's striking, I should be able to catch his hand from a block. You know what I'm saying? I can't transition because he's hitting me, and if I try to transition, he's going to punch me and stop me from moving. So either way, the logic of the ground game needs to be totally reworked and revamped before this game comes out, or else we're going to have a big exploit. Okay, the submissions, I don't really know how to go about the submission game, but I still feel like they still should have made it more defensive. You know what I'm saying? They still should have made it more defensive as it is offensive. I said this in the comment on the video whenever EA first dropped UFC 3's Real Player Motion Engine or whatever it was, but I still want the submission to be just as defensive as it is offensive, because the submission game this year is, I don't know, like there's 5 stages and the gates are just too big. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like the gates for last year's UFC was like just fine, you know what I'm saying? Or like, you know, they moved faster depending on who you had, or they just moved faster in general. Like, you know what I'm saying? If a player wasn't inept at getting out of a chokehold or a let me guess, an arm bar or whatever the case may be, like, you know, the gates weren't that far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Trying to slip out of it wasn't that hard, and the gates wasn't that far to reach the end on when you try to get out of it. You know what I mean? So I just feel like they need to either fix the submission gate or redo the logic when it comes to submissions, because when I got caught in a submission, I felt like the gates were too far to reach the end, and then they were giving the opponent more opportunities to keep changing stages to help and submit me. You know what I mean? So either y'all need to rework this logic or speed it up. You know what I mean? Speed up the gates of getting out of submissions, or rework the logic, because I felt like I was at odds trying to get out of a submission. And I know it varies from fighter to fighter, so don't crucify me for that. Well, you was using so and so, and he's not a good submission defense fighter. Can spare me the details, bro. Just for the simple fact that submissions just need to be a bit more. The logic for submission need to be a bit more worked on. That's all I'm saying. Can we just go back to regular physics animations? I mean, granted, there were times where the physics animations got a little bit out of whack. You know what I'm saying? Whenever you got hit with a kick on the chin, like a front kick on the chin, your guy just went flying or something stupid. But come on, man, can we please get back to physics animations? Because the way that they try to go about it this year was they try to make it physics and animation. If you look, some of the knockouts that I got on here, they're all the same animation, the same animations from UFC 1. The same knock a guy out, camera zooms in, you know what I'm saying? You got that, and then also you got sometimes where like I'll hit a guy, he'll spin around. Like if I hit him with a right hook, and you think the momentum for the right hook should take him in that direction, but he literally just like takes the right hook and fall back. Like, who know, man? Like, if I'm hitting you with a right hook, you're gonna lay down according to how I'm throwing that right hook at you. You understand what I'm saying? Or if I hit you with a kick, and my momentum from that kick should transfer to your body and knock you to that side. Not just do whatever you want to do. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. I like the little knockdowns where a guy will, like, you know, you put him on his ass, or you catch him with a nice shot and he haven't hit the floor or whatever. You know what I mean? But this physics/animation thing, get rid of it. Put the physics engine back in there. The only thing I can say is, in order, if you don't want these guys to be flopping and flailing all over the place whenever you hit them on the physics engine, you need to increase the weight of the base of the player, like meaning his feet. So give an example, like if I hit you with a hard overhand right, if I hit you with that, just so you don't go flying all over the place, just increase the weight, just make my feet stick to the canvas. You know what I'm saying? Still make his body limp, because you get hit with a punch you're not looking for, you're not finna be like, you know, controlling yourself all the way to the ground. You're just limp. That's it. You know what I mean? Or if I catch you with a kick and you happen to be throwing a punch at the same exact time, you know, that's a knockout. You know what I'm saying? You're limp. You're not finna tense up on the way to the ground and control yourself. It's a knockout. You don't see it coming. How many people do you know are able to guide themselves to the ground after they got knocked out? Not a knockdown, but a knockout. Come on, man. Get rid of this engine you got in here for physics. I mean, for this physics, quote unquote, /animation, and put back in the physics engine from UFC 2. Just remodify it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Like I said, just make the fighter's feet stick to the ground when you knock them down or out. Well, I'd say knock out. When you knock them out, if you hit him with a front kick, then make it to where his feet stay to the ground. It's, you know what I'm saying, it's a knockout. If you don't want him flying around, make his feet stick to the ground. Simple as that. If you don't want them to be flailing all over the place, and just go from there. It's not that hard. But take this physics engine out of here and put back in UFC 2 and just remodify it. That's all you have to do. So after playing this beta, my final verdict, and I've come to the conclusion that I'm not going to be spending the championship edition, where the game comes out on Tuesday, but you can play it early on Friday. The game really drops on a Friday, but they're pushing it to Tuesday. But they're trying to go the same way that they did with Madden 18. You play it early on Friday, but it really drops on Tuesday. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to play it that way. So with that being said, I'm not buying this game day one. I'll red box it, but I'm not spending a full $60 to see that they fix all the stuff that I just named, or some of the things other people have named also. So as far as me spending the full $60 or the 10 extra bucks and paying 72 and some change for the championship edition, so I'll play it early, not doing it, because I have like this hunch that all the stuff I just named, some of it will be fixed, some of it won't. We'll have to wait for updates, but I have a strong feeling that when this game comes out, it's going to be a big spam fest, where guys are going to be spamming left, right, left, right, left, right, jab straight, jab straight, jab straight. And hold on, I understand that a jab and a straight is the two most used punches in boxing or UFC. It is what it is. I understand that. But sometimes they can get a little chaotic with it, and it's to the point where your guy's like literally crippled to the point he can't do anything. You know what I mean? So, like I said, I have a weird feeling that this game is going to be a big exploit straight spam show. I have a big hunch about that. You know what I mean? So as far as me spending full 60 day one, not doing it. I'll red box it to see if they fix any of the stuff that I asked for to be fixed, or other people have asked for. But as far as me spending the full 60, I'm not doing it. So if anything that I've covered in this, if anything that I talked about in this game wasn't covered, post it in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, let's get engaged. You know what I'm saying? You know, hopefully EA sees this stuff. I'm hoping that they do. But if there's nothing, if there's anything that I didn't cover in this video, make sure that you can make sure that you share it with me. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the comment section, or just pass the word along. You know what I mean? Or along with, you know, share the video and put like, well, yeah, this and so and so and so and so. There's something I didn't cover. So that's my whole spiel about the UFC 3 beta. Overall, I like the beta. I like the direction that they're going. But there's certain things I feel like it's going to be a big plague if they don't fix it, or if they choose not to fix it. It's going to really become the downfall of what UFC 3 could have been. It's going to be the downfall of their greatness. And me personally, I like it, but if they don't fix it, we're gonna have a big exploit slash spam show. So let me know what y'all think, man. I know this is a super long video. I got timestamps if y'all need to like go back and check up on this type of stuff. But yeah, man, here's my in-depth breakdown. Hope y'all enjoyed, man. Spread this word. Make sure y'all get this to EA. Use the timestamps if y'all need to. And I'm gonna go and get up out of here, man. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.